Hello everyone, I'm Vikramaditya and welcome to SOFTECH. In this session, we're going to discuss about the cloud computing, and if you're a beginner and learning cloud computing for the first time, this is the best place to start off with. And as we all know, cloud computing is everywhere, and if you're into software, and this is the most important concept that you should be knowing. Cloud computing is a general term for the on-demand delivery of hosted computing and IT services over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Users can obtain technology services such as processing power, storage, and databases from a cloud provider, eliminating the need of purchasing, operating, and maintaining on-premise physical data centers and servers. Now, a cloud can be private, it can be public or hybrid. We're going to discuss about those things in the coming sessions. Now, here, if you observe, what we have is we have servers, we have virtual desktops, we have software platform, we have applications, and we have storage data. All these things can be kept in the cloud computing. Now, after we keep them in the cloud computing or we maintain them at the cloud computing, we need some way to connect to our front end devices, and that happens through the internet. So the prime way of connecting to the cloud computing in the backend from the front end happens to be the internet, and it's very crucial. And in this, we have the router way of connecting it or switch way of connecting it, and then once we connect back to any front end devices like mobiles, laptops, printers, desktops, or tabs, or any other devices that we have in the front end, this all can go and connect with the cloud computing backend services. Now, there are different types of cloud: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud, and multi-cloud. We're going to discuss about all of these in detail, about each cloud, how it works, and what exactly is the significance of it, advantages of it, and also the challenges or the drawbacks of that particular way of going ahead with the cloud. So to start off with, like, we have the public cloud, and what exactly we do in the public cloud is what we'll first discuss about that, and then we'll move on to the private, hybrid, community cloud, and multi-cloud. The public cloud model is something where we have a third party CSP delivers the cloud service over the internet. For example, as we see on the screen, we have Amazon Web Services, we have VMware, we have Google Cloud Platform, we have got Azure, and we have got IBM Tools, which the third party, the backend cloud service that has been provided. Now, public cloud services are sold on demand, typically by the minute or hour, and though long-term commitments are available for many services, customers only pay for the central processing unit cycles, storage, or bandwidth they consume. So, for example, public CSPs include the AWS, as I was telling you, and GCP, IBM, Azure by Microsoft, Oracle, and Tencent Cloud. Now, in this, like, the resources are shared between multiple organizations to implement cost efficiency and scalability. Now, coming to the private cloud, a business's data center delivers private cloud services to internal users with a private cloud on organization, and it builds and maintains its own underlying cloud infrastructure. Please remember, guys, this is a very costly affair, but happen to be very highly secured. Uh, as we all know, like, we are not just individuals like us, but also the organizations are a little skeptical to put their all sensitive information on public cloud. So they, instead of missing out on the entire cloud revolution, they make sure that they get that cloud revolution but still have the data secured. For that, the private cloud happens to be the best. An organization builds and maintains its own underlying cloud infrastructure. This model offers the versatility and convenience of the cloud while preserving the management, control, and security common to local data centers. And internal users might be billed for services through the IT chargeback or whatever. So examples of private cloud technologies happens to be including and they are also maintained by AWS, Citrix Cloud, IBM Cloud, OpenStack, and VMware. We're going to discuss about all these different types of cloud services very much in detail in the coming sessions. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. The next one happens to be a hybrid cloud, wherein like the client would like to make use of the public cloud for sales part and maybe the private cloud for the financial part. So they have a choice of maintaining a certain amount of data and transactions of the business on the public cloud, which are open for all, and they don't have any issue with that. And we have a certain highly secure data that we would like to keep it in private cloud. So in conclusion, the hybrid cloud is a contribution of public cloud services and on-premise private cloud with orchestration and automation between the two. The companies can run mission critical workloads or sensitive applications to the private cloud and use the public cloud to handle workload bursts or spikes in demand. The goal of a hybrid cloud is to create a unified, automated, and scalable environment that takes advantage of all that a public cloud infrastructure can provide while still maintaining control over mission critical data. Then we have got something called the multi-cloud. I'm going to discuss about that later. So these are the different types of public cloud that we were speaking about. And here we have got the private cloud. I'm going to discuss more in detail about the private cloud and the infrastructure of it, how it works, and all these things in detail in the coming sessions. We have got this private cloud and public cloud as we see here. The private cloud is only individually dedicated for a particular company, and you're not going to share that cloud for with anyone. But the public cloud is something where we have multiple clouds logging into that particular system. Now we've got the hybrid cloud, which we have discussed. It's a combination of private and public cloud. And then we have the multiple public clouds for different functions. For example, like if you have a single client is using multiple clouds, wherein like they are using FAS platform, CRM, cloud storage, big data processing. These are all the various applications on the cloud, and these are all linked to a single client. This is something which can happen in the multiple public clouds. We have there are a lot of advantages of going ahead with the public cloud, and equally have the challenges as well. So the multi cloud is something where the organizations are increasingly embracing the multi cloud model or use of multiple infrastructure as a service providers. This lets applications migrate between different cloud providers or operate concurrently across two or more cloud providers. Organizations adopt multi-cloud for various reasons, including the help them to minimize the risk of a cloud service outage or to take advantage of more competitive pricing from a particular provider. So it also helps organizations avoid vendor lock-in, letting them switch from one provider to another provider. Let's say I'm using FAS platform, I'm using Amazon Web Services. For CRM, I'm using Microsoft Azure, and for cloud storage, I'm using GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and big data, I'm using IBM Cloud. So similarly, what I'm trying to tell you is that if individual services are being taken on in different clouds and then still using it together, it's an advantage for us. So the multi-cloud deployments should become easier as cloud providers work to standardize and coverage their services and APIs. Industry initiatives such as open cloud computing interfaces aim to promote interoperability and simplify the multi-cloud deployments. And then we have something called the community cloud, which I'm going to discuss. So community cloud is something which supports a particular community that has the same concerns, missions, policies, security requirements, and considerations. So a community cloud is either managed by these organizations or a third-party vendor, and can be on or off premises. So we're going to discuss about each and every concept of this, and in the coming session I'm going to discuss about the characteristics of cloud computing, advantages of cloud computing, and what are the different features that we have in cloud computing, the disadvantages of cloud computing, and and the examples of how we make use of them, and what exactly are the technical features like Google Docs, Microsoft 365, emails, calendars, Skype, WhatsApp, or Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Amazon Lambda, Salesforce, Dropbox. Different examples we're going to discuss, and how this all cloud computing works there, and what exactly is the technical infrastructure being done, and how do we actually learn. So this is a complete course, guys. Like, you can follow this series and you can get, become an expert in the cloud computing. Thanks for watching this till the end, and if you have not yet subscribed, do subscribe to our channel. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, and if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to our channel and like this video, share this with your friends, and do comment how did you like this video. Thank you, have a great day.